Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Saturday, August 16th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you joining us here on the Saturday slate. Subscribe. Give us a thumbs up as well. Greatly appreciated. And as we always do, we'll get to the cappers, see how they're rolling along here on the Saturday's action. And then we'll get right to those three we got in the diamond for you here on Saturday's slate. So let's head on over to Ramon to get us started. How are you doing here, Ramon?
Oh yeah, it's really great to be on top over here, Rod. Sitting high atop the league standings. Pardon me, Al, but yeah, it's pretty good over here, and we'll pick some winners here as well for our show on Cover the Spread today.
Sending some fruit baskets over to the Angels. Thanks, Angels. Head on over to Al. How you doing here?
I thought it was going to be painful enough to have to talk about them later. Oops, spoiler alert. I guess we're going to have to start talking about them early today. Yeah, another rough series from my Dodgers. That's painful to watch, but hey, sure we'll bounce back. And those early celebrations by the Padres, keep them coming. 'Cause the season ain't over yet.
Could be though. Feeling good. It's Saturday. So, as we always do, let's get right to the three plays we're going to look at here on the diamond. And we got the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Chicago Cubs. And Al's going to get us started here on Saturday. That's all right. Maybe some day two. So, I don't know where to Al. Get us started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right back on another favorite here at home. The Cubs, the better team here, taking on the Pirates. Cubs been playing the better baseball. They have the pitching advantage here with Shota Imanaga, who's having himself a good season. Now, he hasn't really faced many of these Pirates so far, but I expect him to have a solid outing here against what's not exactly the best lineup in the league. Mike Burrow's on the other side. Not the worst option in the league, but I do expect the Cubs to get to him a little bit here, especially with their home field advantage. Also, the advantage in the bullpen here. I think the Cubs get it done here. We'll go with the Cubs to get it done big at home. We'll take them on the – if we can get this at a decent price still by the time you see this, I'll take the money line as well. But they should win this one by 2+. So we'll definitely be on the run line as well.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Pittsburgh or Chicago?
Yeah, no, I know coming this series, Pittsburgh played the mighty Milwaukee Brewers. So, give them credit for that. As far as they lost the series, no credit at all. They got blown out of those games. So at least they drop a step down here for the Cubs, but I just can't see it in this matchup. I got to go with Imanaga on the first 5 run line here right now. Pittsburgh, pretty dismal on the road for sure. And the Cubs, this is where they do their damage right now at home. They are not great out there on the road, actually. So I think Imanaga can have a fine start. He has some pretty good numbers against several of these Pirates. This expected lineup probably hitting about 240 against Imanaga here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs in the first 5. Just feels like Pittsburgh they had some moments this season, but it does feel like now that they're running up and against some of their familiar foes here right now who are trying very, very hard to improve their playoff standing. I think it's going to be problems right now this weekend. I got Cubs here first 5 on the run line.
And for me, I'm going to take a little bit of a pitcher's duel early here in this one. You look at Burrows. He's seen this Pirates lineup once already this season. He went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits on that and only 1 earned run. And as you said, Imanaga, man, he went lights out against the Pirates to start the year back in April. Went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits in that outing, no earned runs in that one. So I think we got a nice little pitcher's duel early here in this one. It's the Pirates bullpen that gave a lot up to Baltimore. I wouldn't trust them a single bit at all. So, but early, I think you might a close game, lower scoring one after the second half. Watch out. Give me the under first 5. Pirates, Cubs. All right, let's head on over to game number 2. We're looking at. We got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Minnesota Twins here in this matchup. This is Ramon's game. He's going to get us started. Tigers, Twins. What do you got here on Saturday?
Yeah, still pretty significant game here, for Detroit right now, going up against this Minnesota team that we know they were sellers. They're going backwards here a little bit. Detroit, I'm not saying they're coasting here right now, but still atop the division standings here, and they've got Casey Mize going here 3.5 ERA and an 11-4 record. He's been solid, even though Detroit's had their ups and their downs a little bit. They're a streaky team, but here against Minnesota, I'm going to be taking them here to beat Zebulon Matthews in this one. Zebby comes in with a 5 ERA, over a 5 ERA right now, a 3-4 record, but I like Detroit in this one over Minnesota, and I'm going to take them here. They haven't been awful on the road. Detroit's actually over 500 on the road this season, and as a favorite, 55-31 this season. Minnesota's a dog, 18-29. So I expect Detroit to be the favorite here, and I expect them to win. They've been a terrific favorite. Mize has pretty good numbers against some of these Twins as well. So give me the Tigers here on the road on Saturday.
Heading on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Tigers or Twins here on Saturday?
Definitely one way to put Zebulon, North Carolina on the map there. Yeah, I got to agree with Ramon. I think the Tigers definitely the better team here. They got the pitching advantage with Mize. Although we've seen some good and some bad out of Zebby, but I think it's been a little too much inconsistency for my liking here. And I think the Tigers offense just gets to him. So I think they can get to him enough a little bit. Give Mize enough run support early here. I'll take the Tigers here in the first 5.
And for me here in this matchup here, you look between these two teams. Well, I'm going to take the over full game. We've seen this series not too long ago. It had August 4th, 5th, and 6th, and we've seen 9 runs, and 13 runs in those games. I think these two offenses can score plenty enough here to get us over the total. Give me the over, Twins and Tigers in this matchup on Saturday. Hey, let's head on over to the final game we're looking at on today's slate, and that's the Angels taking on the Athletics here in Sutter Health Park, here, home of the Athletics. As they say, I know we bug about the big homeless, but hey, they do have this home park. It's Sutter Health Park. They'll be here for a little bit. We know it gets hot here in the Sutter Health Park, and that's what it will be. It's a night game, but still going to be in the high 80s. We've seen the Athletics get whooped by the Angels already this season, and in a few games. I'm going to say, 7 straight this season the Angels have beat up on the Athletics. We've seen some higher scoring games between these two teams, but for me here in this one, I'm just going to take the Angels to continue to stay hot. Hitting plenty enough. Anderson on the bump. We know Anderson does give up some runs at times here and there. He did pitch once here against the Athletics earlier. Went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 earned runs in that outing, gave up 6 walks. As you look over his last few starts, he's cleaning up those walks. That's his big issue. If he gets in trouble with the walks, well, it can get real ugly where he gives up lots. But definitely does love to give up some runs. But when he's been on the bump, they seem to get some wins. So I'm going to take the Angels here. They've just been dominant over the Athletics. Probably what will be a high-scoring slugging type of game. I think the Athletics or the Angels outslugged the Athletics here in this one on Saturday. Heading on over to Al to get us started. What do you like here in this one? LA or the Athletics?
Yeah, hard for me to go against the Angels coming off that sweep, isn't it? But I'll go with an over here. I think we see enough offense going, as you mentioned. Anderson capable of giving up a few runs himself. Morales not going very deep in his starts. So I'll expect a bit of a bullpen game here for the Athletics. And these are 2 of the worst bullpens in the league. So even if these starters can come out and have one of their good starts, I think we should see plenty of runs late. I think we actually see them all throughout the game. So I'm taking this game to fly over the total.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one, Angels or Athletics?
Yeah, we've definitely seen these games calm down from a scoring perspective, right? But man, the Angels were on fire against that other team they played the past week. Can't remember their name, but the way they were smacking their right now, I'm coming in this series, basically 8-2 to the over in their last 10 games. So if Oakland's kind of piecing together their pitching here with Morales and some others going here, I'm going to expect this one to go over. Anderson hasn't been great. We know that 2-7 record this season. Yeah, he's had some moments here a little bit, but I'm going to go with the over in this one. I still think the totals are still placed a little bit too high for the trend that we've seen, the scoring going down a little bit in the stadium in West Sacramento. But we saw what the Angels did. You mentioned it in this head-to-head series this year, especially here in Oakland with those 2 10-run games as well. So I don't know if they'll get to 10, but talking about one team specifically, they only need both teams basically to get to 10 or maybe a little bit over that. I'm going to go over with the Angels and the A's here on Saturday night.
Definitely. That wraps up Saturday's slate. Let's hear what you think in the comment section below of the 3 games we covered here on Saturday's action. And as we always do, a quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at was the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Cubs. This is Al's game. He says grab the Cubbies there in that matchup. Next game we looked at, we got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Minnesota Twins. This is Ramon's game. He says grab the Tigers there in that matchup. I think he said the Tigers big in that matchup. So final game we looked at, we got the Angels taking on the Athletics. I love the Angels here. I don't care that Anderson's been on the bump and not so good. The Angels have been hot. And they've been dominant over the Athletics. Take the Angels there in that one by 2+. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that tunes in here, joining us here on Cover the Spread. Let's make it a good Saturday. Do what we always do, and that is
Cover
the spread. Spread.